He went to visit him and poured out all his worries. After listening patiently, the saint said, "Your fears are nothing but illusions. The world does not stop when one person leaves. Your family will find their way with or without you." James was confused. "But if I leave, who will care for my wife and children?" he asked. The saint smiled gently. "You underestimate their strength. It is not them who can't let go, it is your mind." After much thought, James decided to follow the spiritual path. But he didn't know how to leave without hurting his family. The saint offered a plan. He taught James how to hold his breath for a long time, long enough to make others believe he had drowned. "Use this wisely," the saint said. "They will think you are gone, and you will be free." The next morning, James took his family to the river, as usual. As they played in the water, he quietly held his breath and sank beneath the surface. His family panicked. Hours passed. When they couldn't find him, they believed he had drowned. Grieving, they returned home. Meanwhile, James quietly emerged downstream and returned to the hermitage, leaving everything behind. Days turned into weeks. Though devoted to spiritual life, James couldn't stop thinking about his family. Were they okay? Were they missing him? One day, his wife visited the hermitage for blessings. Hearing her voice, James quickly hid, afraid to be seen but eager to listen. The saint welcomed her and asked, "You and the children managing after your loss?" James expected her to cry, but with calm strength she replied, "No one can replace him, but life must go on. My children and I are doing well." James was shocked. How could they be fine without me? Unable to accept this truth, he secretly spread a rumor in the village. Anyone who buys from James's wife will be cursed with misfortune. The villagers, fearful, stopped buying from her. But to James's surprise, his wife stayed calm. She found new ways to support her children. They kept studying. Laughter still echoed in the house. Defeated and bitter, James returned home one night and knocked on the door. His wife asked from inside, "Who is it?" "It's me, James. Open the door," he whispered. Silence. Then she said, "This isn't funny. My husband died 2 months ago. Whoever you are, please leave." "No, it's really me. I never died. I've been with the saint all this time." She paused, then replied firmly, "Then you are no longer the man I knew. The James I loved would never have abandoned his family. We've built a life without him, and we will continue to live without him. Please go back to where you came from." James stood frozen. He had left, believing he was essential, but life had moved on. With a heavy heart, he turned and walked away, finally understanding what the saint meant. Life doesn't stop for anyone. We think we're irreplaceable, but the world keeps turning. True strength doesn't come from others needing us, but from their ability to rise on their own. James believed his family would fall apart without him, but their quiet strength proved otherwise. In the end, he learned, real peace is not in escape, but in acceptance.